India under-19 cricket team head coach and batting legend Rahul Dravid on Tuesday said the most satisfying part of the World Cup triumph was the process the team followed to reach the top. Dravid said after the team's arrival from New Zealand,
I think the real satisfaction, in my opinion, isn't actually, like you said, the whole process that was followed over the last 14, 16 months. I think just the whole preparation and the planning that has gone into, I wouldn't say just necessarily this World Cup, but just the planning and preparation of developing young under-19 players over the last 14, 16 months.
India won all their matches convincingly leading up to the final, where they beat Australia by 8 wickets, the former Indian captain added.
Really happy for this 15 boys that get to wear a World Cup medal, get to win a World Cup, because I think they thoroughly deserve it. They've put in a lot of hard work. There's been a lot of sacrifices over the last year by all of them, and just the way that they played in the World Cup, the way that they gelled as a unit. I think things like that give you a lot of satisfaction. The quality of cricket that they played, the way they executed, was absolutely brilliant, even under pressure. When we found ourselves under pressure in a few games, we always found people who stood up and delivered. I think these are the kind of things that give you a lot of satisfaction.
Dravid said the real challenges begins now.
But like you rightly said, I think the challenges and the hard work really start from here. We've had a couple of conversations with them about it. It was actually quite interesting for me, while we were in the World Cup, they would show actually the reruns of some of the earlier finals. And they showed the rerun of the 2012 final. And as I was watching the rerun of the 2012 final, I just sort of went back onto the web and started checking up on a few things. And it was interesting because the 2012 final featured India and Australia. The result of the final will tell you that India beat Australia. 6 years down the line, only one of those boys has played a couple of one-day games for India. 4 or 5 of the Australians have gone on to play for Australia. More of their guys have played first-class cricket. The debatable point is who actually won that final.
He felt a lot will depend on how the young players are managed.
The talent is there, the ability is there. It's just a question of them now being, managed carefully, for them managing themselves, learning how to deal with, I think, the pressure and, like you said, the expectation that's going to come with now being Indian under-19 champions, being known players. It's not going to be that easy for them, at least for a short period of time, to play domestic cricket, without somebody talking about this performance or highlighting this performance or, the expectations that come with this.
Dravid signed off by advising the boys to quit age-level cricket and take the next step.
My view on this is actually quite well known and is quite clear. I feel that once boys are good enough, they need to go on and play men's cricket, especially the boys who are playing first-class cricket already. We've seen that with the last year's bunch of boys who could have been eligible for this World Cup, whether it was Washington, Mahipal, I think there was Arman, I think there was 1 or 2 other, I think there were 5 boys from the last World Cup. But we made a conscious decision not to pick them for this World Cup because, I genuinely felt that they'd be better off playing under-23 cricket and, senior men's cricket.
RENS report.